Hi everyone, my name is Sumit. I'm a digital chess coach. In this video, I'm going to tell you about a trap in Sicilian defense called Magnus Smith Trap. And this trap is not named after the current world champion Magnus Carlsen, but this is named after a Canadian champion called Magnus Smith. So this happens in the Sozin variation of the Sicilian, and it is a very interesting trap. And if you're a E4 player and if you're a Sicilian player, you should know this. Because the chances are, if you play E4 and if you play Sozin, beginners would fall into this trap. So without further ado, let's get started. White plays 1e4, c5, the Sicilian defense, knight f3, d6, the Kopak variation, d4, cd4, the open Sicilian, knight d4, knight f6, knight c3, knight c6, the classical variation, all standard stuff. So here white has got different alternatives. He can play bishop g5, which is the Roser attack, which is the most popular variation in the classical Sicilian. White has good score in this variation as well. The play would continue g6, e6, and queen d2. White would long castle, and black would play a6, bishop e7, short castle, etc. So here there are other alternatives as well. White can play bishop e2. Bishop e2 is the Boleslavsky variation, and black would continue e5, and white goes knight f3 or knight b3, and it is easy for black to equalize in this game. But the third best aggressive alternative for white is bishop c4. After bishop g5, bishop c4 is the most played move, including the bishop e2 variation which I showed you. So after bishop c4, black has got options. He can play e6, which is the main line. White can transpose to the Velimorovich attack, which is very violent variation with bishop e3, queen e2, and castle long, and white castle shots, and there will be a mutual king hunt as well. But other alternatives are queen b6 attacking this knight. Knight has to move. White can move the knight to b3 or e2. Both are good. Other variation is bishop d7, which is a favorite of Viktor Korchnoi, the world championship challenger. But if black tries to transpose to a dragon, which is possible when you play against amateurs or beginners, then he is in for a nasty surprise. g6 here, trying to transpose to a Yugoslav attack of the dragon, is met with a stunning blow. Knight takes c6. D takes c6, white plays e5. The point is, if d takes e5, then bishop takes f7, king takes f7, and queen takes d8, and white is a queen up and with a winning position. So this is a nasty surprise of this opening, and this is called the Magnus Smith Trap. Let us see what will happen if. Let's see what happens if black doesn't take on e5 and he plays something like knight h5. If knight h5, which is considered as a dubious move by Bobby Fischer. So bishop c4 is actually a favorite of Bobby Fischer, the ex-world champion from USA, one of the chess geniuses of all time. So he will play bishop c4 against all Sicilian variations, including the knight or Shamaningin and dragon. So here, after knight h5, Bobby gives queen f3, attacking the f7 point and c6 point at the same time. It is not easy for black to defend against both the threats. If black tries something like d5, then again he's in for a nasty surprise. Knight takes d5 is a stunning blow. After c takes d5, bishop takes d5. Again, the bishop is attacking the rook, and bishop and queen battery is attacking the f7 point. And if rook moves, then bishop takes f7, king b7, queen c, d5 check, king c7, queen c4 check, and black would eventually get checkmated. Now let us see what would happen if black plays something like e6. Now the firepower of the bishop is reduced by playing e6. So here white can play g4, kicking the knight away. After knight g7, he has knight e4. White plays knight e4, attacking the d6 pawn at the same time, eyeing at the f6 square. So black has an alternative. He can play queen a5 check, bishop d2, and queen takes e5. So what do we do now? Uh, Now the f6 point is guarded. King can go to e7. So before that, let us see what would happen um, if something like d5 is played now. Knight f6 check. Queen king e7 is the only move, and queen a3 is checkmate in two. After queen d6 and queen takes d6, and this is checkmate. So that cannot be allowed. So after queen a5, bishop d2, queen takes e5, bishop c3, and queen has no square to go. The queen is trapped. So Fisher gave that the best variation here would be after e5, knight g4. In a game against Lasker, the World Championship game, Schistler played e6 here, and Lasker played f5. Although Black had a terrible position, Black was able to draw the game. This position, I would say that White is much better. So here, there is no obligation to play e6. White can continue with bishop f4, bishop h6 by Black. The alternative is queen b6, trying to eye on the f2 point, but after queen f3, um, White is doing really well here. All his pieces are developed. He is ready to castle queen side and or king side, and he has got an irresistible attack against the king, which is stuck in the center. Black king, which is stuck in the center. So here, uh, bishop h6 is recommended by Gennady Sosonko. After bishop takes h6, knight takes h6, queen d2, knight f5, e takes d6, pawn takes d6, g4, g4, knight e7, castle queen side, castle king side, queen takes d6, um, queen takes d6, rook takes d6, bishop takes g4, rook e1, and this is plus for White, because if knight moves, then c6 pawn falls. And if you try something like e8, then after knight e4, no, the Black's game falls apart. So this is the Magnus Smith trap for you. If you play bishop c4 against a Sicilian, or if you want to try bishop c4 against Sicilian, you should know this variation. Go through the games and the variations which I provided you, and there are some material available on the internet as well. Go through it. You will enjoy this trap. So this is some of the series of traps which um, I'm focusing on right now, and I'll be presenting more such traps in 1e4, like the legal trap and Mortimer's trap, and a lot of other interesting traps. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this video, please like the video, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, ChessMaster2000, and I will try to provide such interesting videos in the future as well. Thank you so much for watching.